Now, Fox 61 Weather Impact with Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank.
Hi everyone, Fox 61 Chief Meteorologist Rachel Frank with your weather impact alert forecast. And we do have an alert in effect during the day on Friday for a messy mixture of snow, sleet, freezing rain, and rain. So it's one of those kitchen sink type deals. We're not going to see a lot of snow and ice, but just enough to make things slippery, especially in the northern half of the state, which is why you'll see a winter weather advisory in effect for Hartford, Tolland, Windham, and also Litchfield counties starting at 10 a.m. on Friday and continuing into the wee hours of Saturday morning. It might be a tough call for superintendents if that mixture is starting during the morning. Do they delay? Do they cancel? I know either way parents are going to be unhappy with the decision, but just something to keep in mind if you do have younger children to make a plan B for yourself in case that ends up happening. You also might need some extra salt sand de-icer on the front step. So here's how this all goes down. Between 8 a.m. and 11 a.m., we'll see that mix developing. First in western Connecticut, last in eastern areas. This computer model is showing straight snow, but I wouldn't pay attention to the colors because I think it will be more of a mix than is featured here. I don't think it's going to be all snow. I think we could see some sleet pellets, and we could also see some freezing rain, which is rain falling from the sky, but with temperatures that are below freezing at the surface. We do go from a mix over to rain fairly quickly along the immediate shoreline, where impacts will be the lowest, and inland areas may also switch over to rain through the course of the day on Friday, but it's just a cloudy, chilly, drizzly, dreary day. And up in some of the higher elevations and also in northern Connecticut and our northern valley areas where temperatures may be closer to the freezing point, while a lot of the state may go over to rain during the day on Friday, some areas could hang on to an icy mixture or get a glaze of ice. Not a lot of ice accretion or accumulation, not enough to weigh down trees and power lines, but just enough to make untreated surfaces slippery. This is one of those scenarios where, again, treated roads might be all right, or it could be just enough to kind of push things over the edge. Heading into Friday night, we'll see some snow kind of fill back in again, just some snow showers. Now, we're not expecting much of any accumulation. There could be a scattered coating of snow out there, but just enough that we wanted to mention it. And then during the day on Saturday, we're looking at mostly cloudy skies and scattered snow showers. So during the day tomorrow in the hills, temperatures are around freezing all day, which is why we're saying it likely stays as an icy mixture off and on right through the day tomorrow. Hartford, for example, starts off as a wintry mix, then transitions over to rain in the afternoon with a high temperature of 35 degrees. And along the shoreline with highs in the upper 30s, we go from that mix over to rain a lot faster. So that'll certainly be a little bit easier to deal with. All right, we are also watching the storm potential for Sunday night into Monday. And just like yesterday, we were telling you that it looked like this trend was farther offshore for this storm, favoring fringe effects or a miss, and I would say the same is true today. The threat of a major storm is about 5% now, so possible, but very, very low. If I were a betting person, I would go for a fringe effects or a miss. We could still see some snow. We could still see accumulating snow, but I think the threat for a bigger storm is certainly starting to diminish. This is our American computer model, which at this point is an outlier, and it still has several inches of snow across the state, with the most in southeastern Connecticut and also very windy conditions. Our European computer model is just showing us getting grays with some light snow showers, and it's mainly a miss. The Weather Prediction Center has dropped the odds for us to see 3+ inches of snow. By Monday morning, the odds are about 10% in Fairfield County and less than 10% for the rest of the state. And the odds of getting 3+ inches of snow through Tuesday morning are, again, less than 10%. So it means that the National Weather Service is kind of on board, saying that the threat for us getting several inches plus would be more of an outlier solution at this point. We're going to keep watching for updates, though. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast, watching that potential storm, which could be nearby for Sunday night into Monday. Next week does turn milder. We're looking at highs back into the 40s for an extended stretch. Again, leave yourself some extra travel time tomorrow. I don't think roads will be impossible to drive on, but certainly some slippery spots, especially in the morning, and then again at night as those temperatures drop.